spoke the other day, I think, about how maybe the likes of Jeff Hendrick and Conor, maybe a few lads haven't played.
Yeah.
But there might be a factor at a point in the match. With that in mind, would you be tempted to maybe try and include some of those players tomorrow to try and get some more minutes?
There's a dilemma, isn't there? Well, I try and include those who have not had minutes, as opposed to trying some of those who have had no minutes at international football. And I can't do both.
You spoke about Matt's obviously experience playing left back. It's been a while since he did it. Would you have any concerns about that? And from that point of view, is it a shame he's not here to maybe try that out tomorrow night?
Concerns about Matt?
Well, obviously he did have a long stint there, but it has been quite some time ago. Is that a concern?
Yeah, but he's been a full-back all his life. So, just the fact that he hasn't played there, it doesn't mean to say he loses that ability to play that position. He had 2 really successful seasons at it. Sure he had 2, he certainly had 1. No, I wouldn't be concerned about him at all, not in any shape. He's a full-back and he can play either side. I think if I asked Seamus to play a left-back, I don't think it'd bother him either. It might be difficult if he's putting balls up with his left foot, but listen, they're good enough to come on the inside and play. And if I start sitting here and say I'm worried about it, then what does that say to any of the players when I say, I'm worried if I played him there? Not a chance, no, he'd be fine. And you know what? They've just got to get on with it and do it.
Well, sorry, Mick, you said maybe a week ago that I thought at least you suggested that James...
That's different, that though, isn't it? I said, or at least I suggested. But go on.
I think you suggested that James McLean was kind of number 2 for the left back position. Certainly you'd have no concerns about playing him there. And
I wouldn't.
And since then you've sort of made it clear that you want to play him there
Tomorrow.
Yeah. What's kind of... It seems like a natural move to play him there ahead of the game next month, just to have a look at him there. But what's shaped your thinking?
I don't think that 90 minutes against Bulgaria is going to make any difference at all in terms of him playing there. I really don't. If I had to play him there, I wonder what I'd do if I lost his energy and his drive and that ability to close down from the front and chase back and nick it off him and put a cross in and we score the equaliser. I really appreciate that, what he does. So I just tell you, the left back slot isn't concerning me. If I look and think he's not there, if Stephen Ward's playing, I'm sure he'd come back and play. If Greg Gunningham's playing, he'll come back and play. They've been playing it all their lives. 90 minutes in this, it's not going to bother me. Yes, Philip.
2 things. First on the left back, you haven't mentioned Cyrus Christie.
Nobody's asked me about him. Why would I bring it up? I walk through the dugout. Cyrus Christie.
He has played left back for us before, and is he somebody who's with you this week? So he's
No. Conor Horan's playing left back tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the team?
No. That's the one little bit he'll get.
He's a nice left foot and he can pick up ball in there.
Wonderful left foot, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be amazing if he played really well tomorrow and everybody goes, oh wow. And if he doesn't, well, there's nothing ventured, nothing gained. But he's one of those that's not been playing, and I'd like him to have some more minutes. He wanted to have some more minutes, so he'll be playing there.
Are you going to, I know you want to tell us the team, but you give us a little juicy snippet, appreciate that.
That's okay, it's a pleasure.
You want to stick with the flat back 4?
Yes.
My other point is, after the result last night, 2 wins out of 3 games will qualify Ireland for a top 2 finish. Would you back yourself, your staff and your players?
That should be nice and easy then, won't it?
Well,
Georgia away, Switzerland away and Denmark at home.
What you saying so far, do you think that you, the staff, the players can get those 2 wins?
I think I've shown confidence in myself and my staff and the players all the way through. Nothing's ever changed that, and we've tried to win every game. We went to Denmark and tried to win that, and at the end of it we may well have nicked it. And we tried against Switzerland to beat them, we didn't, but we've remained unbeaten. I've always got confidence in us that we can win the games, yes.
Just ask him, Conor Hurren, what sort of I don't know, make you feel that he can fulfil that role at left back, other than his very good left.
Well, he's a very intelligent player, that's for sure. He's got a wonderful left foot. If we can get him further up the pitch and get him so he can deliver crosses, then we should get a bit of joy out of that. We'll see whether he can, depending on who's up against him. If he's got a flying winger, can he deal with it? But he's going to get 90 minutes, and he might not get that many more between now and next month. So, and at least I'll have had a look at him and see that. Might be another string to his bow. And all the others, I know they can play there. And playing against Bulgaria is not going to convince me one bit more that Stephen Ward's any better or Greg Cunningham can do it. He was with us all in the summer. James McLean. That problem will come in October, that issue, and I'll deal with it then.
With Conor, Mick, you said you'd be telling the players this morning, when you're playing somebody like Conor in a relatively unfamiliar position, do you sit down and talk to him about that before you make that decision, or is it a question of just trusting him and wanting to have a look at it and just tell him what?
No, I spoke to him yesterday about it, yeah.
And he's confident that he's happy to play there.
Absolutely. I think it's also my job not to give him any doubts about it. You know, do you think you could defend? Or do you think you could get forward? Do you think you could make the tackle? Do you think you could defend the far post? Have you gone all over? What do you think he's even thinking about playing me there for? I wouldn't even do that. I sat down and spoke to him about it, and where he trained in the game doing it, and TC was there giving him a few pointers, and we'll see.
If you would have converted Stephen Ward into that position at Wolves, I mean, is it a position you think that just players can learn with a certain amount of experience that they can adapt to at full-back role?
Is there any points at stake tomorrow night except trying to find things out? Would you agree?
Yeah.
Well, why would I not try? What happens if he ends up being? He looks amazing. He's got all the tools to play there, that's for sure. What is he, 6 foot, defend the far post, he's competitive enough, he's got a great left foot. If we're trying to play out the back, then we do. He can certainly play from there. He's a central midfield player, he has to track runners, he has to defend from that position. Is it a finer nuances? Of course there are, but wouldn't it be great if he turned out and all of a sudden I'm thinking, well, I've got one that can play there. That's the reason for the game. You're asking me about trying others 21s who I would never know whether they'd come in and they'd compete and play. I've got a senior international footballer who actually is looking forward to playing there.
Mick, Alan Brown's been very unfortunate with injury in the last year or so. Is he a player you want to have a look at an extended run for to see?
Alan Brown's impressed me this last trip. Actually, it was a shame for him last time because I think he'd been carrying injuries from before. I don't think he was that confident. He then ended up getting another knock and he had to go home. But he's impressed me in training. I've been really pleased with him.
Is he someone you think that could come in soon into the team for competitive matches?
I've no reason why not having seen him play for Preston on a number of occasions. I was talking a lot about him last year because I think he got 12 goals when we were talking about him coming in. And we've not had that many goals in this campaign, so if you can add them from midfield, it'd be great.
You have a soft spot for centre halves, which I think is an interesting observation because most of them are hard freaking nailed.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a
John
strange
Egan has been very good with Sheffield United this season and he's been around the squad for a few months. I'm not looking for, the team as such, I'm not comparison.
You ask me about anybody else, I might give you a hint, I'll give you
a
corner,
I accept
yeah.
that, I appreciate that, it's nugget. But I'll go fishing again. I mean, Kevin Duff would be really good, he'd be rock solid, he'd be very loyal towards them. But Egan has been there, pushing them in training, pushing himself. Spoke to him yesterday and he's waiting for his chance, waiting patiently for his chance. Is that chance going to come tomorrow?
Can't tell you. Well, I haven't told them yet, so I'm hardly going to tell you or anybody else, or you as in
The group, yeah.
the group. I'm not just picking on you, Philip. Of course.
Yeah, but what do you like about Egan?
Everything about him. See, that's the issue, isn't it? I like him, and they go, well, yeah, I've got two centre halves. We've what goals have we conceded? We've been great at the back. We've not scored that many, but we've not conceded that many. We've been a really good defensive unit. So it's not that the ones who aren't playing, it's that I dislike them in any shape or form. It's just that we've got a good unit together. So he's got an opportunity if I decide to pick him, as has Kevin Long or anybody else that might get a game. Does that answer it for you?
Well, you never know. I mean, we all know we've no left back at the moment, Stevens. But I mean, anybody can get injured between now and the next 4 weeks. So you probably need to have a look at 1 or 2 people anyway in case.
I've said, I think when I first answered the question of Tony's, I said I will be playing there'll be some different ones, some changes.
I think so. Just in terms of when you say that you don't need to look at the likes of Greg Cunningham, Stephen Ward against Bulgaria because they're so well versed. The fact is, the friendly game, how much stock will you put on somebody coming in and play, who maybe hasn't played or playing a different role? Like, how much value do you put on that because of the nature of the game?
See who he's playing against. Said if he's playing against the flying right wing and he nullifies him and he gets forward and puts crosses in, why would I not? I mean, he's a very good player for us in the middle of the park. And quite clearly I'm not going to play him there, so it does get him some minutes on the pitch and playing in a different position, but it's something I can have a look at. You know, it's just one of those chances, isn't it, that I get a chance to have a look at somebody, and if it turned out he played wonderfully well, you know, everybody's saying, well, that's great, yeah, fantastic. If he plays badly, then they'll be saying, I can't believe he didn't play him there. I even thought about playing there. Well, that's the chance I have to take. It's a friendly to have a look at him.
And is it harder for players to break in? Like previously, a qualification campaign was maybe 14.
I actually was quite impressed with the 21s left back the other night. Oh, he did really well. Sorry? Darry Lee, yeah, sorry I don't have everybody's names imprinted in my head. But he played well. But is it a game for, equally again, is it a game for and what do you say, is it harder to get in the squad? Sorry,
well, so just like a previously qualification campaign for 14, 15 months, whereas this one is 8 months essentially. Is it hard for somebody to break in when the fixtures are so jam-packed and you kind of need a group that you can rely on and maybe go with them rather than maybe looking beyond that as much?
Of course it is. It's I don't know, playing corner, but you need tried and trusted players and tested players, the experienced players to play in them. You've just seen Denmark play against Georgia, and that's our next game. And then Switzerland, you've just seen us play there, and you saw what a good side they are. And Denmark, I've got to have the most seasoned pros out playing. And Stephen's got his best 21s. He's grooming them for future things in the first team. You know, when he gets, he can put them all in, and it'd be wonderful because they may well have been in the Euros and done exceptionally well, and they'll all be ready to step up. But not just yet for me.
Just on the 21s, you mentioned Aaron Connolly, and he had the crowd on the edge of their seat every time.
Oh, he was great. He had me on the edge of my seat.
Did it feel a bit like looking at Damien Duff? Was there a little bit of deja vu as you watched him?
No.
But how?
I'm not giving him that label. No.
But I mean, a lot of people looked at him and thought there was a bit of a flashback to young Duff. But just in terms of his style and his electrifying dribbling,
I thought he was.
How exciting is he as well?
I thought he was exceptional on the night, and what I loved about him is that there's not many now because they all tend to play on the opposite side. They all want to come on the inside and play, and nobody's really got the balls to stand Seamus up on his and say, right, I'm going to run down the outside of it and I'm going to take you on and I'm going to keep taking you on, and by the way I'm going to keep getting past you and put crosses in. Not many do it, do they? They all want to go on the inside.
It's been a few.
It must be you that taking on, it's just you. There obviously are a few that take Seamus on. It was great to see him do it, and then when of course if they doubled up, he's happy to come on the inside and play into the front man. So I thought he was him and Malumbi were the two standout players. I really liked his performance, that's for sure. I mean, the goal he set up was great.
Seamus, as a fullback yourself, do you sit down with Conor, or have you, in terms of talking him through aspects of the role and what's that attributes?
He didn't know he was playing. He didn't know he was playing.
Or will you sit down?
It's something that when James played there a couple of times, James is very eager to learn it all the time. James McLean, and he did ask a few little things about what position to be. It's different to playing left or right wing, just the position side of it. But yeah, a few pointers to James and that. But I'm sure Conor will be fine, and he's got the manager, and if he needs anything, he can run it by me or Enda. But he is a very good player, Conor, and very confident. So I'm sure he'll fit in, no problem.
The last one. I'm going to ask you anyway. And I want to get pin out of the grenade. Roy Keane was in town last week. He made some negative comments towards John Walton, Stephen Ward, Harry Arthur, Stephen Ward, as you mentioned, someone you're looking at the moment. Made some negative comments towards good pros. Any reaction from you on that?
In regards to Jonathan Walters?
Well, the comments made by Roy, former captain, about the comments towards good pros, Walters.
Why would I have any comment on that? Did he comment about me? No.
No. Well, he commented about
I don't think I should comment then. You know you're not going to get me to comment on that.
Well,
I can't even believe you were naive enough to ask.
I kept to the very end. I mean, it was a talking point there last week, you know, and not within the squad, but certainly in
not with me.
You know. I know it wasn't mentioned at all, but I just mentioned it now in the safety of Monday. I didn't want to get the daggers off you Thursday night, but
I don't know, I've given you them this morning, have I?
no, you've been good for them.
I had a good night's sleep last night, that's fine.
Do you approve generally of players going around and doing road shows and making comments about former players? That's something you haven't done, but just a general observation.
I mean, people talking, you know, whether it's whoever it might be. My dad used to tell me, he said, you've got to listen to thunder. You can't do it about it, can you? So, ex-players are talking all the time. We're talking about Mike Loyne and Shearer at it. So it's not my bag. It's, you know, unless they start talking about me, then you know, even when they talk about me, I don't really give them the credit for coming and saying anything to you.
Well, Walters responded on Saturday. I don't know if you saw that.
Good for him. Leave them to it. It's nothing to do with me. Is it?
No, it's not. They didn't mention it at all, but
makes a change anyway.
Seamus, you played with John Walters on both sides. What do you make of Roy's sports?
Going for it now, aren't you?
You have to listen to thunder, mate. I'm telling you, you can't out about it. It's just there.
No, listen, that's between Roy and Johnny, and I'm not making any headlines on that or trying to get involved in it. As I said, I thought it might have been something we got asked about before the Switzerland game, and thankfully we didn't, because that's all we were concerned about. And you know, it's not something that I would be doing. But as I said, that's nothing to do with me. It's none of my business.
Are either of them playing for Bulgaria tomorrow?
Any last questions?
Go on, Philip, you must have one more I can ignore. Go on. I'd just like to ignore you again on the last one, that's all. Just while we're having fun and having this, you know, this preamble.
It's all right.
All done?